There is an Avatar side story where at the very end of it, there is a funeral held for Sokka, and it starts off like this. The group is in the Fire Nation and everybody is trying to figure out what to do. Aang goes to school and Sokka is like, hey, if we're here, we might as well learn about the locals. The group goes off to the city and they just start spying on all the random civilians. This person's playing with their baby, this person's hanging their laundry, and this guy is just trying to enjoy his lunch. And then they decide to regroup like, hey, we're not learning anything here, what are we doing? Sokka's like, you know what, you're right, I have a better idea, and he decides to join the Fire Nation military. Now of course everybody's like, no, this is a bad idea, but he does it anyway. He puts on this stupid little getup and he's known as Wang Fire now. He is now officially in the Fire Nation military and day one starts now. It is immediate. Sokka is already getting in trouble with the guards, he's pretty bad at the tasks that they're telling him to do, and it's overall just not a very good time. Sokka gets his uniform and it's kind of ironic because it kind of looks like the uniform that they made fun of Han for wearing back in the season 1 finale. It's pretty identical. I thought the Fire Nation stopped using these hundreds of years ago, but maybe these small little villages are just not up to date. They are giving Sokka a rough time. He has to carry this pig everywhere. He has to carry the pig when he's doing push-ups. He has to clean the bathrooms. He has to clean the pig stalls. He's just doing a bunch of things that are just not really to his benefit. He's not really learning much about the Fire Nation here. Then Sokka overhears some guards talking. These guards are basically saying like, I know these guys don't have much training, but the decision was already made. All the recruits will be shipped off tomorrow to the front lines. Now Sokka is nervous. He's like, yeah, I don't want to go to the front lines, and he has this genius idea to just escape the Fire Nation army. Now this is actually pretty impressive here. You can see Sokka climbing this wall in the back, and as he's running away, you can just see how tall that wall was. Like, this is honestly a pretty underrated feat. The next morning comes and everybody wakes up, and the general is like, where is Sokka? Nobody knows, so he's like, alright, I want you guys to bring him to me immediately. They declare Sokka a criminal and everybody is now on a hunt to find him. He makes his way back to the hideout and everybody's like, yeah, we pretty much knew that was going to happen. They all start packing up their stuff to leave, but before they can leave, the entire army shows up. As they're dragging him off, Sokka thinks of the genius plan to rat out his friends. He's like, I discovered Earthbender and Waterbender spies in there. They were trying to get into the Fire Nation and I tracked them down into that cave. Of course, nobody believes him and they continue dragging him off until the entire group starts throwing rocks and water out of the cave. Even Momo's jumping in here. They find out Sokka wasn't lying and they let him go back in there to fight them himself. He rushes in there like he's gonna do something and then's like, alright, we gotta get out of here. Toph breaks the wall down and then they fly out of that cave. Now they all just assume Sokka died in there. They have a moment of silence and the commander says, I will personally see to it that his memory lives on. Then at the very end, they have a little funeral for Sokka. Now, I find it so funny. Sokka is probably now like an urban legend in this town that's been passed on for generations. The man who saved the city. But yeah, that's pretty much it.